I want to see face. I want to see all my friends' faces this morning. I want to know that you're here with us today, if you can. Okay. So I want you guys to drop in the comments a win that you've had this week. Whether it's a sign up, whether it's just I've been consistent messaging, whether it's, hey, I'm just back in the groove with it, right, Nanzetta? Whether it's just I've showed up and I've posted, whether it's I've been in my stories, I've been showing my face like Megan. I just learned this whole new recipe with chicken thighs and Caesar salad dressing that I'm going to be making this week for my kids. So whatever it is, whether it's I was at church camp, I was at church camp and I kept in touch with everybody, doing all the things, right? Whatever that is. I want you to, yeah, back in the groove. All right, Gab, let's go. I love it because celebrating your wins are so important. So listen, this is my last Monday Power 30 for a couple weeks anyway. Because I'm having a baby on Friday. Lord willing, the induction will work and I'll have this baby because I'm over it. He's already probably 10 pounds. So there's that. But here's the thing is I wanted to get in here and just say to you that everybody has great excuses. Can I get an amen? Like everybody has a reason not to. I've got school starting. I've got this starting. I've got, I'm having a baby. I have, you know, kids running around. My kids are in sports. We're busy. I'm trying to think of all the things. I've got to make them, I've got to make meals. I don't know how to do stories. So I just won't. Right? We have every reason in the book and in the world to not take action every day. We have more reasons not to than we do to do the things. And so this morning, my hope and my vision and my goal is to inspire us to apply the things that we've been learning, to apply the things that we have been talking about here and in with Eric Worre and all of those things is really like, are we applying what we're learning? Are we actively showing up with energy like we want to win? I want you to unmute right now and I want you to say, I want to win. I want you to say, I'm a winner. Say something about if you want to win, do you want to win? Tell me. I want to hear it literally with your voice.
I'm
Vote.
a winner. I
I
want
to win.
to
Want to win. I am a winner.
I love, okay, Connie and Lisa. Connie always starts, Lisa always ends. That's just how it goes. Connie just yells out, I am a winner. Okay. So I want you to start. I woke up this morning. I had a real bad headspace weekend, okay? Because it happens. We're human. I'm overly pregnant. It's so hot outside. The babies are just getting into everything under the sun. Dolly Lynn had a real wild weekend, okay? Just being her crazy self. And I had every reason to be like, I'm not doing reels. I'm not getting up early this morning. I'm not putting on a freaking shirt that hardly fits me. I'm not putting on my makeup. I'm not doing my hair. I could have rolled out of bed this morning. And would any of you have blamed me if I didn't show up today? If I'd have called Lisa and been like, can you run Power 30 for me? Or if I'd have called Dina and said, could you hop on and chat for me? Or Megan, would any of you have blamed me?
Nope.
No, you'd be like, poor sis, she's so pregnant. She has every reason. We all have good reasons not to show up, is what I'm saying. And nobody would blame you for it. But I'm here for you as your coach right now, as your basketball coach, as your football coach, as your, your whatever kind of angry coach that you can think of. Your PE teacher, okay? That's me. Call me coach right now for today, because here's the reality is a good coach is going to, thank you, buddy. Go, Rel, and go. You just made me breakfast. A good coach is going to tell you to snap out of it, stop feeling sorry for yourself, get out of your head and get out there and make those shots, or else you're no good. You're no value to our team, right? So it's like really getting out there. That was very harsh. You're no good. You're value. You don't say that to kids, but here's the thing is it's like, if you're not making the plays and you're just standing there because you're in your head about what happened last week or what happened yesterday or what happened whenever, you're never going to progress forward. You're always going to have multiple reasons to stay where you are. Always. You're always going to have that because the easy thing to do is to stay where you are. The easy thing to do is to stay where you are. But it's like you're going to choose your heart because in 6 months from now, when 3 to 4 of you progress and you're going up the ladder and we have new emeralds walking across the stage and you're sitting in the audience, you're like, dang it, I didn't do the things. And I have no one to blame but myself. You're choosing your heart. Do you want to be hard and disappointed in yourself? Or do you want to be hard in the sense of I showed up even when I wasn't feeling good? I showed up even when life got tricky. I showed up even when no one was responding to me. And so here's the thing. Over the weekend, I'm like, well, dang it. No one's responding to my messages I've sent. No one's doing it right because we can get in that negative headspace and start telling ourselves all these things. So this morning, here's what I did. I set my alarm for 6:31. Don't ask me why, because I like to be rebellious. It ain't gonna be 6:30, it's gonna be 6:31. I woke up at 6:23. And I literally screenshotted it just for my own self because I'm like, this is what passion looks like. It looks like I'm excited to get up because I've got something to make impact. I've got a life to live that is going to create impact and it's exciting to me. I got up, I did my hair, I did my makeup while listening to Jurassic Park for the 100th time in my room while Bridge watched Jurassic Park. And I listened to some things that pumped me up and motivated me. I took pictures this morning. I mean, you want to feel ridiculous? Try being 42 years old in a shirt that's too small for you, okay? Walking around with a pink drink and your husband's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, just don't worry about it. I'm taking the pictures of myself. And you're around your house doing a photo shoot at 7 a.m., okay? I just don't care. I don't care. People can think I look ridiculous. I can think I look ridiculous. But I'm willing to look stupid. I'm willing to look ridiculous to get to where I want to go. I want to create a team of winners, and winners don't whine. Winners don't complain, right? Winners just get up and do the dang thing. Every time I hear something about Kobe Bryant, I literally feel mind blown. He says, if you listen to all of his teammates and players, they're like, we went out partying because we won the national championship or whatever they won. And, you know, they're coming back from going out partying and they're like, they see Kobe and he's coming down at 4 a.m. to go to the gym because there's no relief in his body, right? It's like, I'm a champion and I'm a winner. And that's not just because I win games. It's because of the habits I've created in my life that I stick with. And so what habits are you creating that drive you out of bed in the morning, that put a message in your heart to send to people where you're not like, what do I need to say? What should I send? Right? You get into paralysis of analysis. We're so busy analyzing what we're doing that we're not doing it. And so I want to challenge you today to pick an area where you're like, okay, I've been doing great with social media, but I've not been doing great with messaging. Or I've been doing great with messaging and I've not been doing so great with social media. Or I've been doing whatever. Pick an area of your business that you're like, this week, it's a non-negotiable. I'm getting up and starting my business before 8 a.m. I am a storefront and I'm going to put in 30 minutes of my business time first thing in the morning. Make a non-negotiable for yourself for a week. So one of the things that my accountability group did is I literally, we did this challenge for 7 days where we posted a reel every single day before 10 a.m. and it stretched some people. Okay. It should be uncomfortable. Now, if I worked at Starbucks and I'm the manager and I said, you need to be here by 10 a.m. Could you imagine someone be like, I can't make it. I ain't gonna make it. It's too early in the day. I'm not gonna make it to 10 a.m. Okay. And coming from someone who's allergic to 9 to 5s, I literally feel that to my very core. I'm like, I'm not gonna make it. I can't commit to being there at 10 a.m. That is me. Okay. So maybe you're like that. I don't know. So posting by 8 a.m. is uncomfortable for me because I like to do my things the way I like to do it. Get out of your comfort zone, stretch yourself. Sometimes having a deadline on what you're doing is going to make all the difference so that you're not messaging people at 3 p.m. and then they're getting back to you the next day, right? It's kind of like what Ed Mylett talks about is having 3 days in one. Start your day off in the morning you work from, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., you take a little break, and then you're working from 10 to 1, that's day 2, and then 3 to whatever, that's your third day, and you're able to do so much more. And so I want to encourage you that who on here wants to be emerald or above? Drop a fire in the comments, because I'm going to real talk with you, because I don't know how else to do it. And because I got the coach hat on thing all today, and I already said all the things I said about what a coach would say, I'm just going to tell you, you got to work more than you're working. How do I know? Because I have a back office and I know exactly what's happening. If you want the things, you got to work harder. You got to work more, right? So if I'm gold and it took me 15 minutes a day to hit gold, then I know it's going to take me 30 minutes a day to hit senior gold, right? And if it took Joey, she's like, I was working 30-hour weeks to hit emerald. Well, probably as we should, right? Because we're trying to build a business and create momentum. Then I know I'm going to need to work a little bit more than that to hit sapphire. So where are we willing to work more, right? A lot of times what I hear from people is my lifestyle habits stay the same, and I'm trying to stuff plexus in around it. Now, for a long time, that's fine. It really is. Like, you work your business at your pace. But if you really want to see momentum, drop a fire in the comments. If you're like, I'm here for high momentum, don't even come at me with your little bitty tricks and tips to fit it into nap time. Okay. I want to know what I need to do. If you want to up the ante, you need to wake up an hour early, and you need to add in an hour to your day of work time. So that's been my goal. So I got an accountability partner. Her name's Megan Milakovic. I was like, hey, she may not even know it. I don't know. I'm like, I'm going to add in an hour a day to my work schedule. I don't know how I'm going to fit it in right now, but I'm going to figure it out. And I'm going to add in an hour's worth of extra work, because I want our team winning. And if I want our team winning, that means I need to devote more time to my business, which is y'all, right? So I'm going to work an extra hour. What that looks like for me is being in the trenches. What does that mean, Alita? That means I'm messaging 30 people. That means I'm messaging 50 people. That means if you're in my sales group, you're seeing all the messages that I'm sending, right? You're seeing the follow-ups where I literally will say, followed up with this person, this is number 4. Followed up with this person, this is number 10. This person told me they were signing up 2 weeks ago. Here I am following up every single day ever since. Because we think that it looks easier for a diamond, or we think it looks easier or less work, when in reality, it's the habits that I've created that have got me to diamond and kept me at diamond. So what are those habits that you're willing to add into your schedule? So if you had to add in an extra 30 minutes to your day to get to senior ruby, is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to you? And that is only you can make that decision. Because here's what I also truly believe, that gold income is amazing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you guys being like, this is where I'm at, and I'm so happy here. I want to come in there and high five you and be like, I love it. But if you're the person who's on the basketball court and you're like, I want to be the next NBA player. If you're a quarterback on my team and you're like, Alita, I really want to go to a D1 or D2 school, coach me there. I'm talking to you for just a minute, okay? You've got to work more. You've got to put more time in. You've got to focus more and be intentional. And when I say that, I think what I used to hear is work more meant more hours, but really what it means is more intentionality, right? I'm not getting up thinking about working isn't working, okay? Thinking about who I'm going to message isn't working. So I'm going to give you guys just real tangible tips of things that I do that literally get me into action without overthinking. I go to my Facebook list, okay? Still to this day, this has not gone away for me. I go to my Facebook wall, I pull up friends, and I start going through my friends list. And actually, most of the people are all my Plexus friends at the beginning, so I can just scroll through, and then I start messaging people. And here's what happens. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that person. Message. Oh my gosh, this person, yes. Hey girl, oh my gosh, and I'll go in there and some of them I haven't followed up with in a year because I've forgotten about them. So I'm able to say this, I literally put an arrow and I said, this message is still true. I would love to talk Plexus with you. I know it's been a year, but this is still the truth. Okay. I'm not coming up with these massively, insanely impressive messages. There's nothing that I'm like, oh yeah, that I really got to duplicate that down. I'm just a normal person. What I'm not going to do is go in there and be like, hello, friend, how are you? And try and play the conversation game when I just want to talk to them about Plexus. I just hit it head on. Girl, Candy, I got to tell you, you would be amazing at what I do. Here's why I think that. I want to get on a call with you. Or I saw that your mom is really struggling with migraines. I can help. Hook a sister up. Let me help her. Right? Don't be afraid. Don't be weird and just say what you want and say what you need. And tell them what problem you're going to solve for them. Right? So I go through my friends list and I start messaging people. Okay. My next part of this system that is just very mind-blowing. I know you all are like, wow, what a system. But the next part to this system is I follow up with these people. Unrelenting. I follow up with these people. So if you're in my SEALs group, would you drop like a 1 in the comments if you have seen me message the same person multiple times when I send a screenshot in? Okay. And I'm talking day to day to day. All right. So if I have a girl sign up, she says, I'm willing to share. The next day, if she hasn't posted, I'm saying something. Today is a beautiful day to share, my friend. Here's a post idea. If she still hasn't shared, I pop in the next day. How is your skin health going? I love it. It's so great. You should totally share that. Did I mention you can make $300 for 3 people and over $800 if you have 9 join your team? I'm going to follow up every day like a normal person, but I'm going to follow up until they tell me they don't want to be followed up with. When they say the fortune is in the follow-up, it's true. What am I doing during that time? I'm trying to address their fears. I'm addressing their fears and their pain points, and I'm going directly after them. Here's what I see people do. I'm going to message Candy, and then I'm never going to talk to her again for 6 months. And then I'm going to be like, oh, dang it, Candy. Yeah, I got to go back to her. She said she'd be willing to share. Okay. People have a window of bravery. I had a window of bravery. It was 24 hours. If she wasn't going to get me to post in 24 hours, I probably never would have posted. So you've got to be thinking about, am I really being confident? Okay. And I like the word confident more than unrelenting because I think unrelenting has this vibe to it that we're like, come on, come on, come on. When it's more, I'm confident. I know you can do this. Why are you waiting? That's my tone. Why are you waiting? But if I'm waiting to message them, how can I coach them to stop waiting? If I'm over here like, okay, Casey, you're going to post. That's awesome. You got this. Woo. And then I'm over here doing La La Land. And I come back 4 months later and I'm like, hey, did you ever post? Because I never checked. So how do I even know if you posted or not? That's not taking great care of our people, right? So here is a verbiage that I've been using that I'm literally signing up 2 people this morning that I've used this verbiage on. I'm going to take extra, in all caps, extra good care of you. That is the sentence I'm using. So I'm telling them maybe like what products I think they need to use. I'm telling them they can make this money. And then I'm saying at the very end, so, and I get a little more specific, like if you're in my town, I'm like, I take extra good care of my Fairview people. I take extra good care of my level ones. I take extra good care of my friends. Whatever you want to say, I'm going to take extra good care of you. So what do you need? And I'm using that because what I'm noticing is it's setting a tone of my confidence. I'm going to take extra good care of you. I'm here for it. Like, you're not just signing up and leaving. We're going to do this. The other thing that I've been doing is I have been incentivizing. Okay. So sometimes you need to put money into your business. So some things that you can do to incentivize closing those deals is, hey, I'm going to throw in a bag of Hydrator Active for your order. Or I'm going to drop off samples, right? You don't have to spend a ton of money, but you could be like, I'm going to drop off, some different flavors for you after you order. Once you've ordered, send me your address because I'm going to pop by and drop some samples in the mail for you, right? I want to get different products in their hands. They feel like they're getting a perk, which they are, right? Okay, wow, I get to try the energy drink. I get to try this. So I'm signing up a lady this morning and she was like, I don't know which one I want. She's a single mom. Do I take the triplex? Do I take the energy? And I'm like, I want you to buy the triplex and I'm going to bring you a bag of active. Now, I was doing things like that at Gold, just so you know. The money I was making with Plexus, I was reinvesting back into my business because I wanted to grow to Diamond. You don't have to do that. I want to be very clear. You don't have to do that to grow, but it definitely helped me in my business. And it can help to just close those deals for you. So getting into action means stop thinking about what you're thinking about. Stop telling yourself, oh, my air conditioner broke, so I can't work. Or I got to help this person. Or today I've got 3 dentists. Literally, this is my day. Okay. I've got dentist appointments. I've got a kid's play date coming over, and I have to prepare my house and my family for a baby coming in 4 days. Okay. You will not find me saying I didn't have time to work my business today. You will not find me saying that. You just won't. If that means I have to get up earlier. And I came across this post, it popped up my Time Hop this weekend and really kind of slapped me in the face. I was a single widowed mom at the time. And I said at the top, I was like, I'm so tired. And I had written this whole post about how I really had to change my mindset from stopping telling myself, I'm so tired. This is so hard. I never get breaks. 24-hour a day momming by yourself with 4 kids under 6 years old is not easy. It is not easy. Raising 2 kids with a husband who works is not easy. But can someone tell me in what world we live in where we were promised easy? Can anyone call? I mean, having your son have to go in for brain surgery while your shoulder's falling off and your voice is gone is not easy the month you go for Emerald. Right? Almost losing your house during COVID because your husband loses your job, not easy. So when we start to make all these excuses, I've got the dentist, I've got this, I've got that, I've got, all the things that I hear, literally my brain goes, then you don't want this. Then you don't want this. Because if a single mom's perspective is, I guess I need to get up earlier. That was at the end of my post, was like, I realized I just gotta get up earlier. Oh, you're tired? Go to bed earlier. Stop watching TV at night. Go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. There is always a way. I'm pretty sure Kobe Bryant would have loved to gone out and done tequila shots with his team and celebrated, but instead he chose, I want to win more than I want to have fun. And so really grabbing hold of that perspective of what can I do to add in the focus and intentionality that I need without making any excuses whatsoever. Having an accountability partner is huge. Some of you know Trisha Rieger is also my accountability partner. She definitely doesn't know that she is, but that's okay. That's how I've run a lot of my business. Les Brown was for a while. Keith Callahan was for a while, and they don't even know it, right? It's like, who's gonna be popping up in my feed that's gonna motivate me to get out of here and get things done. Because I can tell you who isn't. Bridge and Dolly are not going to motivate me to get up earlier and get things done. Okay. They're going to, dinosaurs are going to be tripping over kids, whatever. It's like, you've got to find something that motivates you past the point of your comfort zone. Oh, I'll just sit here and message one person. I want you to feel at the end of the day, like I just left it all out there. I left it all out there. And how amazing would it feel to feel that way by 8 a.m.? Man, I just killed it today. Boom. And now I got my whole day to do whatever I need to do and answer messages. So I want you to pick a non-negotiable thing that you're going to do this week. Non-negotiable. That means come hell or high water, come broken air conditioner, come dentist appointment, come teaching school, come back to school shopping, come anything that could come up, doctor's appointments, that you're doing this no matter what, every single day. And I want you to drop it in the comments. I want to know. And then I want you to go into the Energy Bus chat and I want you to put it in there. And then I want you to get off this call and I want you to write it out by hand with a pen and a piece of paper. My non-negotiable, Ashley Malcolm's non-negotiable is blah, 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 blah. And I want you to write it out because it's neuroscientists literally that will talk about when you write things out with by hand and you vocalize it and you tell people, you're so much more likely to do it. So you're going to write it in here. 20 reach outs per day. Okay, come on. I love that. You're going to write it in here. You're going to write it in the Energy Bus chat. You're going to write it out by hand. And if you're real brave, you're going to send it to me personally that you've written it out by hand. And then you're going to make a plan to do it. So if it's reaching out and having 10 conversations a day, that's not just going to happen, right? Who are you going to message? What time are you going to message them by? Set a deadline for yourself. That is my biggest tip for you. Set a deadline, because what happens is 10 p.m. rolls around and you're like, man, my day just kind of took over because there's no habit being formed. Create a habit with this non-negotiable. I want you to literally picture something. I want you to pick something that moves your business forward powerfully this week. Something that moves you forward this week that you could be like at the end of the week, be like, dang. So if we know that out of every 10 people we message, roughly 1 will respond, that means you don't get to feel sorry for yourself when you have 90 people this week that ghost you or tell you no. Go into it expecting it, right? It's okay. So what time are you going to have your messages done by? And then you're going to need to find someone to be accountable with. Someone who you know won't let you get away with it. They're not gonna be like, I get it. Like for example, Alicia literally cut her thumb off the other day, like not amputated the whole thing, but part of it, while she was on the phone with me. We're talking about the business. She keeps talking about the business. And she's like, I think I'm bleeding. Like all this. Anyway, the picture's crazy. Like I was literally like, what is going on? She's beaten up a rooster while on the phone with me on the radio call before as well. I'm like, it's crazy. I feel like I'm on like with a show with like a ninja warrior or something. I'm like, what is happening over there? It's a non-negotiable accountability. I'm doing this no matter what. I'm doing this thumbless. I'm doing this with, you know, whatever. Like you have to make a decision of doing it. Okay. And I want to just give you an example because Megan and I have talked about Instagram for a long time. And we will talk each other out of it, just so you know, because we're real people. We will talk each other out of it. We're like, yeah, this is dumb. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need it. Well, I've actually signed people up this month off of Instagram. So I'm like, it works. Turns out it works. And everything they say is true. It works over there if you work it, right? It works if you work it. And so Megan was like the other day, she's like, my non-negotiable for myself is I'm going to do it even when I feel dumb. So there she is in Target, literally messaging me, like whispering. She's like, I feel so ridiculous here in Target being like, what? Me? No. Like just so ridiculous. But it's the people who are willing to look ridiculous that win. It's the people who are willing to look ridiculous. Do I feel ridiculous sometimes getting up at 6:30 a.m. messaging people? Yeah. But guess what? It's not even 10 a.m. and I've already got 2 of those people signing up right now. Wouldn't you rather that your day look like that than it's 10 a.m. and you're just rolling out of bed and you're just figuring it out and you're just trying to catch up to your day? So what I want you to hear here is that yes, you can build a life that you want. And maybe you want to have a late start in your day. But if you don't have a deadline, you're not going to move your business forward. You have to have intentional deadlines to really focus on it. Okay, so just in closing, you're gonna comment it in here. You're gonna comment it in the energy bus because that's where I'm gonna go read. Put it in your energy bus. You're gonna write it down by hand. If you're brave, you're gonna send it to me personally, just saying, "Hey, I did it." And then you're gonna find an accountability partner. And I want to know who your accountability partner is. Who's that person? Who's gonna call you to who's gonna be like, "Hey, you cut your thumb off. No one cares. Let's go." Okay. Hey, you were sorry, Alicia. I'm really just throwing you under the bus today. Oh, hey, you're 32 weeks pregnant and you don't want to do a video in Target. You don't want to. Okay. You need that person. You need that person who's gonna be like, too bad. You have a dentist appointment today? No one cares. Okay. No one cares. That's the reality. I'm here to tell you the real hard truth. Nobody cares how busy you are because we all busy. So picture where you want to be and what you're willing to do. Where do I want to be and what do I want to do? And set your goals around that. And remember, it's okay if you don't want to do this. This is only for the people that really want to go. I really want to be careful with that because I do think not everybody's there, and that's okay. And you shouldn't feel guilty for not wanting to be there. Okay. When I first started, I literally deleted my gold announcement off my page because I was like, I don't want people to think I'm making money with this. And so I've grown a long way since then. So don't put pressure on yourself that if you are not where you want, if you are where you want to be, then don't take this advice. But if you're not where you want to be and you want to go to the next level, then do this. Get intentional with yourself. So many blessings. Ciao, Bellas, you're darling. And we will see you in the energy bus. I want to hear all the things. Let's go.